The first thing the female CEO did after her rebirth was to make a phone call to freeze all her bank cards. She then took her husband and his first love to a high-end restaurant to spend money. The husband, wanting to show off in front of his first love, spent a whopping 10 million yuan that night. He knew that no matter how much he spent, his love-struck wife would obediently pay the bill for him to demonstrate his status in the family. He even listened to the first love's instigation. He told his wife to drink the soup they had left over. He also told her to pay the bill while she was at it. Little did they know, the more arrogant they were at that moment, the more embarrassed they would be later. It turned out that in her previous life, the woman had treated her husband well unconditionally. However, the husband had always remained ambiguous with his first love. Even when she was weak during surgery, he had her heart transplanted to his first love. This caused the woman to die on the operating table. The husband and the first love then inherited her property. Unexpectedly, the next second, the woman was reborn back to 1 year ago. It was the day the husband invited the first love, who had just returned to the country, and her son to their house for dinner. Watching their ambiguous interaction, which made them look more like a family, the woman cursed herself for not seeing their true colors in her previous life. She then secretly vowed that in this life, she would make them pay the price. At this moment, the first love's son deliberately caused trouble during the meal. He not only ruined the meal the woman had personally cooked, but also vomited all over the table. The woman immediately spoke up to remind him. Unexpectedly, the first love spoke to her son in a sarcastic tone. She said that this place was not as good as abroad and lacked good ingredients. She told him to give the woman some face and just make do with it. The woman could see with one look that she was trying to elevate herself using her experience of growing up abroad. She directly lashed out at the first love and her son, calling them shameless for being picky while eating at her house. However, upon hearing this, the husband flew into a rage. He claimed that the first love had grown up in a wealthy district abroad, and that it was the woman's honor to have her eat her cooking. The husband then ordered the woman to apologize to the first love and her son. He said he would stop living with her if she refused. The husband's relative, who worked as a nanny, also added fuel to the fire. She accused the woman of pretending to be tough at that moment. She said that later, she would shamelessly beg the husband for forgiveness. Upon hearing this, the husband became even more complacent. He immediately decided to take the first love and her son out to eat. The first love put on a show of reluctance, saying it was too extravagant. However, the husband didn't care. He said that anyway, the woman would rush to pay the bill later. Upon hearing this, the woman chose not to argue. She had suddenly thought of a great idea to collect interest on her revenge. As soon as the husband and the first love left, the woman called to freeze the bank cards. She then asked her lawyer to prepare a divorce agreement that would leave the husband with nothing. Only then did she follow them to the restaurant to watch the show. When the husband saw her following them, he suddenly felt more confident and reserved the most expensive seat in the restaurant. However, he did not invite the woman to sit at their table. He was waiting for the woman to kowtow and apologize to the first love and her son. The woman, however, sat down at a nearby seat indifferently. She quietly watched her husband showing off his power in the restaurant. Under the husband's spoiling, the first love's son became even more unscrupulous. He even went directly to destroy expensive ingredients and decorations in the store. This attracted the staff's reprimand and demand for compensation. To please his first love, the husband immediately said he would pay for the damages. He also bought all the ingredients the son had touched. He then distributed them to other customers in the restaurant to eat. Seeing this, the customers praised the husband for being generous.